vehicles designed to help simplify your life.
Ted Russell Nissan has always been known for selling the best-built cars at the best prices. But our best doesn't stop there. Our all-new service department has friendly new faces, but still offers the best in service. Whether it's routine maintenance or if you need major repairs, trust the best service team in town, Ted Russell Nissan. They're committed to quick, satisfactory service and want to make sure they send you off with a smile. At Ted Russell Nissan, price does sell cars, but our service keeps you satisfied.
Business is booming at Ben's Home Center on Clinton Highway, and for good reasons. Quality manufactured homes and exceptional values. Double wide homes as low as $199 a month. Single wides from $159. Current interest rates as reasonable as 7.5% with approved credit. Security systems now available offering special rebates, which can be used with your down payment, and includes no charge monitoring for 3 years. Beautiful homes, great values. Ben's Home Center at 6601 Clinton Highway.
Hey! Do you know what time it is? Please, people are trying to sleep down there. Please.
Let nothing stand in your way. The four-wheel drive Passport from Honda.
Next up, Mark McGuire.
Come here.
What's the need, man?
Yo, what you doing? Hey!
You're mine.
Presented by America Online continues with this prime-time matchup between top-ranked and undefeated Connecticut and number 4 Tennessee, two premier programs in the women's game, and an electric atmosphere inside Campbell Pavilion, I should say, for this matchup between the Lady Vols and the undefeated Huskies. Hello again, everyone. Alongside Doris Burke, I'm Robert Roberts. These two met 25 days ago in Knoxville, Tennessee, before 24,000 fans, and the Huskies came away with a hard-fought win. I say hard-fought because this time it was the Huskies, not the Lady Vols, who wanted to get physical.
Well, historically speaking, Pat Summitt coach teams get after you, and they get their opponents on their heels. It was the reversal of that January 8th in Knoxville. This Connecticut basketball team went into the sea of orange that is Knoxville, Tennessee, sent a message early to Tamika Catchings and the rest of the Lady Vols that they were ready to play. And the role reversal, the typically soft Connecticut Huskies, turned the tables.
And Connecticut came away with a 74-67 win. Let's take a look at the Pert Plus starting lineups. First of all, for Pat Summitt's Tennessee Lady Vols, Carol Lawson moving to the point guard position. Ace Clement, Samika Randall, and Tamika Catchings, who only had 8 points in the first meeting. Sue Bird going for Gino Auriemma, Shea Ralph, Svetlana Obrosimova, Swin Cash, and Paige Sauer. And you better believe Sue Bird caught the eye of Pat Summitt in the first meeting.
Well, I think you have to look at the point guard and Sue Bird and know that, that right there in itself has been the difference, I think, in Connecticut a year ago. The biggest difference has been at the point position and what she's brought to their basketball team.
25 points, 10 assists in that first meeting for Sue Bird. Tiffany Wright with us as well. She was the difference maker, Tiff.
You're absolutely right, Robin. While Tennessee has struggled all season long with its point guard play, for UConn, the one position has been worry-free. That's because when the ball is in sophomore Sue Bird's hands, the undefeated Huskies are very confident. What she does as a point guard is immeasurable. Whether she's passing it to open teammates like that or setting up the offense or mainly knocking down the three herself, she can make decisions. She's a quiet leader, but a leader by example. Sue Bird is Gino on the court. And Robin, Doris, that's just the tip of the iceberg. She's also a great defender as well.
Yes, she is, Tiff. Gino Auriemma, And this is what he has built here at Gamble Pavilion, this kind of arena, this kind of setting for this kind of matchup. 80% of his games he has won while here at Connecticut. And Pat Summitt, in her 26th season, reaching up to number 700 earlier this year. And they're ready to tip it off. The rematch underway. See our officials for tonight's game. Going inside to Tamika Randall, doesn't get it to go down. Kate Sauer ripping down that rebound.
Early on in the first matchup, Tennessee went down often to Michelle Snow, and their offense stagnated as a result, so they go with some motion first possession.
Turnover there by Connecticut, the first of the game. They committed 23 turnovers in that first meeting in Knoxville. The eyes of Gino Reyna sometimes say it all. Crowd on its feet here at Gamble Pavilion. Sue Bird guarding Lawson. Lawson getting free. Good rebounding position by Michelle Snow.
Connecticut gave up 17 offensive rebounds in the first game, and Snow gets one there and causes Sauer to pick up a quick foul early.
And remember, Paige Sauer fouled out of the first meeting, and when she did, Michelle Snow bounced the ball really hard, was called with a technical foul. And you can see she's playing with a lot of more emotion this year, Michelle Snow, now a sophomore. Like a heavyweight fight, just kind of feeling each other out, see where you go. Too hard there by Randall. Kate Sauer comes up with it.
Both teams, I think, looking at the matchup, seeing who's guarding who, and then trying to make some decisions from there.
Abrosimova off the mark for three. A rebound by Shea Ralph. She has been doing that more and more recently, getting those key rebounds.
Well, she didn't have a particularly good game the first time around, but wants to be active early at 6'1", a solid rebounder inside.
Lawson, the freshman, the offensive foul. Not the kind of decision you can see yourself saying, that's okay, got to calm myself down.
Well, Pat Summitt had said, I knew I was getting somebody special, but we got more than we bargained for. But the move from the 2 to the 1, and she picks up an early foul. Nice rotation by Paige Sauer.
Good defense by Catchings. Swin Cash, double team, still gets loose, knocks out of bounds. It's going to be Tennessee's ball.
Well, the bread and butter for Tennessee historically is a man-to-man defense, but a little bit of a zone, and when the ball went into the post, interestingly, they collapsed double team. Let's see if they challenge Connecticut shooting.
Ace Grimmett doesn't get the bounce. Randall and Catchings battling for it. They knock it out of bounds. Connecticut's ball. And you can see Tennessee's 3 losses, the top 3 teams in the country. And a foul is called on Tennessee. Lawson now with 2 quick fouls.
Well, both coaches admitted that this game has a significance that goes beyond the night of the game, that it takes, and Pat Summitt spoke to this directly. She said it took us about a week to get over that loss to Connecticut on January 8th, and that graphic we just showed you, the shocker against Georgia where they were beat by 27, that is not typical Tennessee basketball.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. Paige Sauer getting loose down low, too hard though. Catching the rebound out to Tamika Randall. The Lady Vols will run. First shot there. Ace Clement looking for the foul. Lady Vols still looking to score. The 3-ball by Abrosimova.
Perhaps no team in the country, Rob, better at moving the basketball and finding open shooters. Connecticut, #1 in the country in field goal percentage, and you should chart how many uncontested shots they get.
shooting 53% from the floor. Michelle Snow drawing the foul on Sauer. That's going to be her second and send Snow to the line.
You know, Snow in particular motivated. Remember, Connecticut had allowed them back in the game first time. Good isolation on the post, the strength, because Paige Sauer had a hand on the arm. And her ability to get that up. But remember, Snow had the technical foul when Tennessee got within 3, and she said, I cost us the game.
She missed those 2 free throws, gave the ball to Connecticut, and they went on to the victory. Old-fashioned three-point play, but she showed a lot of maturity in taking responsibility. Last year, I don't know if she would have done that, but she's really matured in a short amount of time. Sue Bird getting loose off glass.
Yeah, you can see already the point guard situation where Clement takes a bad shot on one end. What does Sue do? She gets through the defense, pulls up on a dime.
April McDivitt coming in, another freshman, and Clement called for traveling.
Do not underestimate the job that Kristen Clement has in changing from a 1 guard to a 2 guard a third of the way through the season. It's a different mentality. Instead of handling the basketball, she's down here on the block. Doesn't know what to do with it. She's typically out front running the offense.
Second turnover by the Lady Vols. Connecticut also with 2 turnovers so far in the game. Good defense by Clement and Snow. Ace Clement getting on the board for the first time. That pressured defense by the Lady Vols.
Outstanding trap high.
What a pass by Shea Ralph to Kelly Schumacher. And then she spots up and Shea Ralph knocks down the 3.
Now you answer one big play with another. And it's up to UConn to handle that trap that Tennessee's going to throw at them.
First basket. She was on the line for 2.
Spoke to her abilities. I mean, she has got guard skills and a post person's body, and the ability to step out at 3-point range makes her a very hard guard.
Has 60 assists so far this season. Super in and out. Schumacher the putback too hard. Gets it again. Great hands by McDivitt.
Tennessee making plays, Robin, on the defensive end. And in the first game, how many deflections did you see? Hands on the basketball, you're seeing it early here.
A little miscommunication right there with the Lady Vols. They are down by 3 early on here at Campbell Pavilion. Number 1 versus number 4. Come on back.
Which sports center do you watch? Mornings, evenings, late nights?
Back here at Campbell Pavilion, where the Huskies have a 3-point lead early on over the Tennessee Lady Vols. In the last meeting in January of last year, Svetlana Abrosimova and Samika Randall, well, that feud has been blown out of proportion, if you will. Yet in ESPN magazine earlier this year, Svet warned she better watch out. It stemmed from this play here in Campbell last year. The two became tangled. Svet was thrown to the floor. She did little the rest of the way, and the Vols pulled away to the 92-81 win. Samika Randall finished with 25, and every time she touched the ball after that, the crowd let her know it, booing her, and it just inspired her to play even harder.
Right, came up with 25. That nickname, Boo, has stuck.
But now it's Connecticut playing physically this year.
Well, I think they took umbrage with the Samika Randall post-game comments where she said it looked like they were scared.
Great defense by Samika Randall, drawing the foul.
Yeah, Gino's club early on, they are having some difficulty out in this range. It's away from the bucket where the Tennessee pressure's been outstanding. They've gotten some strips. Nice job by Randall to beat her to the spot.
Some extra. Something. Drawing the foul on Abrosimova. And then hand checking is going to be called on Sue Bird. So the officials in a meeting like this are going to say, hey, we're here too. We're going to keep everything in check.
If you remember, Tennessee went to the line 33 times in the first matchup, and I don't think Gino was pleased with the differential at the foul line, and his face right there reading exactly that.
But they were only 19 of 33, 57%. The problem the Lady Vols had. Snow off the Randall miss. And look at the reach by Snow.
6'5", but a tremendous wingspan. And Kelly Schumacher's not used to that. She's 6'5", but she's got to do more than just try to reach over the top and take that board down.
Abrosimova spots up and is fouled after the shot. She'll get 3. Samika Randall, not the kind of move that Pat Summitt would want from her. She knows it.
What coaches tell their players, when you go out and challenge a shooter, you want to go out under control. And Randall obviously not doing that.
So Abrosimova will go to the line to shoot 3. See her numbers so far this season. Tiffany Wright, as we said, is with us. You were at shoot-arounds earlier today. What did you see, Tiff?
Well, Robin, certainly there were differences in this afternoon's shoot-arounds. Tennessee's was very relaxed, and Pat Summitt seemed to have her team really loose. But UConn, on the other hand, was very serious. The players were focused, and Gino had a very intense conversation with his team that lasted over 15 minutes. You would have thought the Huskies were the team with 3 losses. And Doris, you were there, and you know those two atmospheres were certainly different, wouldn't you say?
Drastically different, and I think Gino's frustration stems from the fact that his team continues to make some mistakes that they've had since October. And he's sending the message that if you do that, you're going to lose games.
In and out by catching Kelly Schumacher. The rebound. Shea Ralph hammered along the baseline. Shea Ralph will go to the line. Michelle Snow called for her first personal foul. Shea Ralph virtually automatic from the line at 81% free throw shooter.
And I think she does that as well as anyone in the country. Only 6'1", but a pretty solid handle, and the ability to draw contact is what makes her so tough.
Knocked out from behind. Did a smart job of following her miss. And a bonus for the Huskies. Good pass. Inside. Shea Ralph seeing Williams like that. Tamika Williams. The foul on Snow.
As we said, Connecticut has done the best job this year of getting good shots, #1 in the country. And look at the looks. That is why when you get wide open opportunities, when you put yourself in those positions, good things happen.
As Tamika Williams on the line, 1 of 2. She's a 70% shooter from the floor. Shalon Pillow coming in for Michelle Snow. Snow had such a big game in their first meeting in Knoxville. And Williams making them both. Now it's Connecticut's turn to apply the pressure. Quickly recover. The steal by Ralph.
Both of these teams, Robin, their systems are predicated on the kind of pressure they can put on you. And if you handle the pressure, you're going to be in good shape. But you've got to be aware of defenders everywhere.
Sue Bird left alone. Knocks down the 3. 10-point margin for the Connecticut Huskies. Well, the joint is rocking now. Their beloved Huskies up by 10 over the Tennessee Lady Vols.
Bonding among the nomadic males is a fascinating process. From my makeshift blind, I was able to observe their natural behaviors. They seemed capable of communicating only in loud, furious outbursts.
We're back here at Gamble Pavilion. The Huskies on a 9-0 run have built a 10-point lead, takes them part to Sue Bird.
Well, the evolution of Shea Ralph from pure score as a freshman, runs the baseline. She's going to attack the gap of the zone. Everybody's going to collapse. Look at those 5 orange jerseys. What will get under the skin of Pat Summitt more than uncontested jump shots? Sue Bird gets one there. Same play, low angle. angle, and the ability of Shea Ralph to draw defenders opens things up for perimeter people like Sue Bird, who's over 50% from three-point territory.
And Connecticut shooting 56% so far in this game. Tennessee only 36%. They have not led in this game at all, the Tennessee Lady Vols. They never led in the second half of the first meeting in Knoxville. Too hard by Randall. Good position by Catchings. Fouled behind by Kelly Schumacher.
I don't think we can underestimate exactly how important this game is for the Tennessee Volunteers. They've got 3 losses early in the season. And as Pat Summitt says, there is a hangover effect from this basketball game, and it can go a long way to restoring the confidence of this team if they can come out of Gamble with a win.
They have Vanderbilt on Friday, Alabama on Sunday. A tough stretch for the Lady Vols right now. As Catchings makes the first of 2. Paige Sauer checking back in. She has 2 fouls. Shea Ralph and Schumacher going out. Shea Ralph always seems to show up for the big games.
As Dave Billis says, Robin, February is known as the dog days of college basketball. And you've got some payback opportunities.
Right.
Tennessee wants to make a statement. But they've struggled early. Uncontested shots and free throws for Connecticut.
Lynn Jackson, another freshman for Tennessee, checking in. Showing a lot of patience. 8 seconds on the shot clock for Connecticut. 5 seconds. Sue Bird, good nice job of getting the screen. Boy, right there at the shot clock. But she did draw iron, so it was a fresh 30, and heads-up play by Paige Sauer.
Now remember, Tennessee comes in with a plus 11 rebound margin. You play great defense for the full shot clock, then you give up an offensive board.
9 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Vols. Samika Randall off the mark. Shalon Pillow is going to be called for the foul. So the Connecticut Huskies match their biggest lead of 10. Still plenty of time in the first half.
Tennesseans are at home with natural gas. And they
13 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 8 rebounds against Tennessee. And Tiffany Wright, I think she's trying to match those numbers tonight.
Well, you're exactly right, Robin. Shea Ralph has so many weapons. Looking at Naismith Candidate of the Year, she can lead this basketball team. She knows the offensive rebound. She's so strong in the paint. She has great range. You see her draining the three-pointer there. And she also gets it done defensively. You got to love a guard that gets it done on both ends of the floor. Tennessee hasn't found an answer to stop Shea Ralph.
She has 6 points so far in this game, a perfect 2 for 2 from the field, but the intangibles that she brings to this team, Doris.
Well, the associate head coach of Connecticut, Chris Daly, who's been alongside Gino for all 15 years of his era here at Connecticut, has said she has matured and learned how to play the game. There's more to the game than scoring, and her ability to affect the game and impact it on defense, passing the ball, and rebounding has made a difference for her club.
Before the game, Gino Auriemma told us that they needed a big game from Shea to have any chance tonight. When Cash getting loose down low, and Pillow is going to be called for her second foul.
Well, we have not yet played 10 minutes, and Connecticut now will get free throw opportunities number 8 and 9. So Gino's club doing to Tennessee what Tennessee did in the first matchup. They are taking it to them on the block. Swin Cash's quickness when she gets the ball, faces up like that, very tough to guard.
As a team, Connecticut is a 71% free throw shooting squad. You don't want to send him to the line. It's just a breather for Shea Ralph. Gino wants to keep her out on the floor. Sue Bird getting a break. Shea Ralph averages about 28 minutes a game. Very balanced attack by Gino Auriemma's team. Biggest lead right now for the Connecticut Huskies of 12. They're on a 13-2 run over the last 3 minutes. Kyra Elsie coming in now, also for the Lady Vols, and turning it over The Huskies come away with it. A tenacious defense by the Huskies.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I have never seen a Tennessee team play as much zone as they have through the first 10 minutes of this ball game.
Good position there by Kyra Elsie. I'd have to agree with you, Doris.
I mean, her Pat's bread and butter through the years has been her man-to-man defense, and she loves to mix things up, but they have played an awful lot of zone. They are concerned about some matchups.
Elsie going over Obosamova, too short. Back out to Lawson. Foul called on the Connecticut Huskies on Obosamova. Tennessee only one field goal the last 4 minutes. Rivalry Week presented by America Online continues. More Husky action following this game. The number 7 Connecticut men taking on Villanova. It's coming up next here, Rivalry Week. And the roll by Gwen Jackson, the freshman.
Now, they showed a couple different looks. They had a 2-3 match, and now they come with a 3-man front.
Trying to split the zone. KJ Kenisha-Johnson off the mark. Gwen Jackson gets the rebound for Tennessee. And the steal by Johnson. Oh, a gift going to Tamika Catchings coming back.
Yeah, nice job by her to hustle up and down the floor, but there's some uncertainty on the offensive end by Tennessee.
Catchings for 3. Good seal off by Tamika Williams for that rebound.
You know, you got to get catching shots. Do you want her making her own shots as she did there? I'm not sure that's what you're looking for.
Steps by Swin Cash, call for traveling. We don't move the ball enough. Sue Bird coming back in for Gina Oriema.
Checking back in for Connecticut, Sue Bird, replacing Kenisha Johnson.
Kenisha Johnson taking a breather. 6 turnovers apiece for Tennessee and Connecticut. Kyra Elsie getting free. Doesn't get the bounce. Obosamova doesn't have the numbers. Sue Bird will spot up. Elsie battling. It's going to be Tennessee's ball. Elsie doing a good job on the boards for Tennessee.
Yes, she is. And over the course of her career, a defensive stopper has struggled with some knee problems, Elsie. But on the offensive end, Robin had a nice, easy look down there, didn't convert. And you're down 10, you need those. You get a good look, put it away. I asked Pat this morning, I said, you know, what is your biggest job with this basketball team? She said, I told my team I can't make them stronger or faster. But our job by March is to grow mentally.
It's all about March. 2 seconds on the shot clock. They've got to get it off, and they do not. Great pressure defense by the Huskies. 7 turnovers now by the Lady Vols. And Michelle Snow is set to come back in. Do not want this to get out of hand. Under 8 to go here in the first half. 10-point margin still for the Huskies. Have to reset the clock. Make sure they have the right time up there, 8:04. What surprised you the most so far in this first half, Doris?
Well, I think the uncertainty that I've seen from Tennessee on the offensive end. They do not look at all organized.
Right.
And, you know, Lawson's adjustment at the run, it takes her shooting ability away. I mean, she had a performance the last time out where she was 6 trays in the game. But that's a unique situation. You don't typically see a freshman step up and knock down their shot. She needs to become involved.
Right. Tennessee as a team is 0 for 5 from 3-point range. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Lawson in and out. Seen that a time or two. Tamika Catchings feeding Randall. That's her first basket of the game.
And she's been quiet, Ed. She's a player who can take over a game on the defensive side of the ball, but she's not been that active there.
Oh, the roll by Tamika Williams. You can't turn your back on these Huskies.
They make you pay in a hurry. Their depth, I think, an issue here for Pat Summitt. And what you're seeing on their offensive side is players trying to do things on their own. You saw Catchings do it. And Lawson never gave up the basketball and got a shot. They need some more motion.
Lawson deep from three-point range. 3-on-1. And the Huskies convert. Abrosamova.
Sometimes when you have a young team, as Tennessee does, if you don't convert on the offensive end, it affects you down here. And all of a sudden, Connecticut, easy shot after easy shot.
And the takeaway, no, they're going to say jump ball. Tied up. And Michelle Snow has something to say to the official, Sally Bell. They're down by 12. And the Huskies have come out fired up and ready to play. Tennessee and Connecticut met for the first time in '95. The second meeting was for the national championship and forever cemented this as a rivalry.
Open. Along with it. Rosati. Marciniak, the defender. Rosati all the way to the bucket for the lead. And they've done it in perfect fashion at 35-0.
The perfect season of '95. Jamel Elliott, an assistant for Gino Auriemma, very much a part of that championship team. See other teams, other members of the team in the program. Rita Williams. And that's what it was all about in '95. The national championship, 35-0, beat Tennessee twice that year. The first meeting taking place here at Gamble, the second in Minnesota, the national championship.
In many ways, a breakthrough year for women's college basketball.
Absolutely.
Never before had they grabbed the national stage, and then the follow-up with the '96 Olympic team.
Forming two professional leagues. Foul is called on Connecticut. You see the undefeated seasons. Texas doing it first, 34-0. Connecticut bettering that. Tennessee, 39-0. And this Connecticut team on the floor right now is 19-0. People are talking about the possibility of them running all the way to Philadelphia undefeated. The foul is on Asia Jones for Connecticut.
And the juniors that are on the floor for Tennessee today, Samika Randall and Tamika Catchings, playing such a large part of that 39-0 year, but this is an entirely different team and an entirely different year.
And Tiffany, you know about that 39-0 team playing at Arkansas in the Final Four. You got a taste of that.
Well, you're absolutely right, Robin. I played against that undefeated Lady Ball team, but that Tennessee team played with such confidence. There was an air about them, and I really believe that I see that same type of confidence, you know, and that ability of thinking that they're invincible in this undefeated Husky team. And, you know, I should know about that 39-0 team because I had a very good seat for that one, very much like the one that I'm sitting in now. So I think the seats were a little bit nicer in Thompson-Boling Arena.
That's all right. You rolled the pine a little bit, but, you know, how many people can say they were on the floor against that undefeated team? Thanks, Tiff.
It might have been a better place to be that year with that team.
Abrosamova off the mark. Asia Jones, how can she miss a chippy like that? She wants that one back.
And she struggled the first time around. She was very motivated to play in this game. That is one you'll revisit tonight before you go to bed.
She's playing with a little bit of a sore right foot. Missed a game a few games back, so not 100%. Wynn Jackson, freshman, off glass.
Call it.
For three. Ah, she's a freshman. She doesn't have to call it. So look at this. They have cut the deficit to under 10. With 4:22 left to go, a crucial period of time right now for the Lady Vols.
Well, you need some stops. They remain in the zone defense. They're going to try to challenge Connecticut's shooting. The key for them, keep them out of the gaps.
Like right there, Asia Jones, a turnaround.
A little bit surprised at how easily Connecticut is being allowed to make passes. I mean, the post pass, very easy.
Lawson trying to miss to Sue Bird. Oh, nice touch pass. Ralph. And you see quickly, because of the altercation last year between Samika Randall and Svetlana Brosimova, but she quickly helped her up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, textbook transition basketball. After Sue Bird picks up her dribble, it's not going to touch the ground. What a dish by Shea Ralph. This is an unselfish basketball team, and you can't ask for better than this. And then look at that, Samika Randall, nice job by her to hold Sveta up. You don't want to put a career in jeopardy. No,
that was not the intent at all. Ace Clement coming back. Asia Jones going out for Gina Auriemma. Again, she's not quite 100%. One of two for Brosimova.
Tennessee substitutions, number 33, Kristen Cummington, number 10, April McDivitt. Replaced Chris Jackson and Sarah Lawson. For Connecticut, Smith Johnson.
April McDivitt coming back to run the offense for the Lady Vols. Again, a freshman.
You know, I asked Pat today, I said, how comfortable are you with the fact that you've got a three-headed point guard? I said, do you think you need one person to step up and take the leadership role? She said, I don't believe so.
Point guard by committee, she calls it, and that's the way it's going to be. A foul is called on Connecticut.
Next up, Mark McGuire. Hey! You're mine.
Welcome back, everyone. Ace Clement made the first free throw. Shea Ralph was called for the foul. Makes them both. Shea Ralph taking a bit of a break. Her team still up by 10. Come on back to rivalry week.
Husky Banquet is now time for the all-in-one shot contest sponsored by SAT, where you can get long-distance, wireless, internet, and local service all in one shot. Tonight's contestant is Jean DiBattista from Rocky Hill. Jean will spin the arrow on a wheel depicting these SAT services. Jean will then have one shot.
Connecticut with a 10-point lead, and they're getting it done on both ends of the floor, especially defensively, Doris.
Connecticut is as tough a team defensively as you'll find. They're getting some traps. Tennessee has people handling the basketball that they'd rather not handle it. The strip there by Sveta. Jackson comes away with it. But the defense has extended them. They've doubled the post. They've caused some tie-ups. The frustration of not having a leader to pull you together is evident right here. Look at this. Tennessee field goal percentage, 32 tonight.
Connecticut normally holds its opponents to 34% from the floor, so that's about average for them, and it's just amazing how they're able to just disrupt the offensive flow of their opponents.
Now, I don't think Gino is a stranger to what Pat Summitt is feeling. Remember, he was without the point guard a year ago, and this was a different basketball team without Sue Bird.
What a pass, Sue Bird to Swin Cash.
Right on cue.
She had 10 assists in the first meeting a month ago.
All the talent in the world means naught if you don't have somebody who can pull it together and understand what the coach wants from the sideline.
Going to remain Tennessee's ball. Winner X this year from Mount Snow, Vermont. Snowboarding, skiboarding, half pipe, super pipes, mountain biking, ultras. Much big air as we can fit on the screen all weekend on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC. All starts Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Are you down with that? Are you hip? Are you cool enough for Winner X, Doris? Ace Clement. Too hard. Randall battling with the Brosimova. And away from the ball, a foul is called on Connecticut.
Might be Swin Cash, and I believe that's 3. Well, this is the strong side where the ball comes off, but it's right there in the middle of your screen where Cash and Catchings are going at it.
She got caught. It was on Swin Cash, sending Catchings to the line. That's what hurt him in the first meeting. Missed free throws. Throws him over a little bit out of control. Last 2 minutes, so important right now for the Lady Vols. Not taking much time off the shot clock to put that one up. Ace Clement. Well, all of a sudden, everyone's in a hurry to shoot and score. April McDivitt called on the foul on Paige Sauer.
And what does Sue Bird do? She goes over to Abrosimova and says, look, we have got the lead. No need to shoot a quick shot like this. It comes off a little bit slow. Nice timing by Paige Sauer. But Catchings has been bodied up the entire year. She gets the opponent's best defender typically.
Shea Ralph has checked back in for the last minute 54, giving a break to Abrosimova. Abrosimova with 9 points in the first half. In and out by Paige Sauer. Tennessee hasn't scored from the floor in the last 3 minutes. They've had quite a few droughts. Swin Cash! Call for 2 quick fouls.
Now, Catching's a very hard guard, and Swin Cash, who's very quick, gets up tight, and as Catching goes around, it's too much arm contact.
Both teams in a bonus situation. Connecticut committing 10 fouls, Tennessee 9. Catchings connecting this time from the line. She's a 76% free throw shooter. Tamika Williams coming in for Swin Cash.
There's the depth issue. Tamika Catchings has been in this ball game an awful lot in this first half. What does Gino do? Comes back with Asia Jones and Tamika Williams. 2 more bodies to throw at Tamika.
And that seemed like a tired free throw attempt by Catchings. This time Connecticut showing a little more poise. Missed by Shea Ralph. In and out by McDivitt. Trying to draw the offensive foul. Travis. Steps is right. You're correct. 8 turnovers now by the Huskies. Traveling the call on Shea Ralph. A little sloppy heading to halftime on both ends.
And all of a sudden that zone a little bit more effective. I asked guys, will you challenge Svetlana and Shea shooting the basketball? She said, well, if you give them time, they can shoot it. But she's getting a hand in their face without coming out too hard on them.
Tamika Randall, the putback after the Clement miss. Down to within 9. Connecticut has led the entire way. The block by Catchings. Little bumping underneath. Tennessee staff wanted a foul. See the time remaining in the half. 5 seconds. Catchings, a big 3. Oh my goodness, the way the Tennessee Lady Vols wanted to end this half, especially especially Tamika Catchings, a big three at the buzzer. Still, Connecticut has led throughout. Coming up on the Monistat halftime report, Nancy Lieberman-Klein will join Larry Beal. They will talk and break down the contenders and pretenders in this race to the women's Final Four and NCAA tournament that you can see exclusively here on ESPN. And we'll listen in and see what Pat Summitt has to say at the half with her team down. Tiffany Wright's now with Gino Oriem.
Coach, your team came out really strong, and now they have a lead. What do you tell them now going into the second half?
Well, I think I got to tell them that we got to play the way we did the first 17 minutes of the first half, not the last 3 minutes. They weren't going to go away, you know, but that's only the first 20. We got 20 more to go.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck to you in the second half. Robin?
A 6-point margin for Gino Oriema's team. They have led throughout, but a little dicey down the stretch. Let's go to the studio. Larry Beal and Nancy Lieberman-Klein.
All right, thanks, Robin. When these teams met for the first time back on January 8th, UConn led by 6. They lead again by 6. Happy to have Nancy Lieberman-Klein joining us in the studio. She brought all of her game plans from the Detroit Shock, so we got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about the first half, though, because UConn carved up the Tennessee zone, that 2-3.
Well, you're absolutely right. What I thought the first half, Tennessee had such a difficult time with their 2-3 zone because Connecticut was doing a great job with dribble penetration and putting their shooters on the weak side, and that's how you beat a zone. Sue Bird had open looks at the basket. That's what they wanted.
All right, we'll see if, you know, Tennessee got what they wanted late, a late rally to cut it back to 6. The Monistat halftime report is coming up next. We'll take a look at some of the teams trying to get to that elite level. Kelly Kamara of Notre Dame, as well as Tanisha Lewis from NC State. Can they rise up?
Lowest score possible! That's like 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. You get the lowest rate possible every minute, everywhere.
Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT and you can save big bucks.
When you have an important audience hanging on every word, you can't let a sore throat get in the way. Introducing Tylenol Sore Throat Liquid. It coats your throat and soothes up to 4 hours. New Tylenol Sore Throat Liquid.
You just discovered that your new set of wheels has no set of wheels. Worse yet, you've got cut-rate car insurance. So there's no State Farm agent to help with your claim. Maybe next time you'll go with a State Farm agent, so you won't have to go it alone.
Some people take them to boost their energy, some to fight off colds, others to help sharpen their memory. If you're like the millions of people who take herbal supplements for natural wellness, take the brand with a mountain of herbal expertise behind it. Ricola. Blended and tested to the highest standards, Ricola Herbal Health supplements are naturally effective. Ricola Herbal Health, a mountain of herbal expertise.
There's a place where the best are dedicated to helping you become your best. The ultimate online sporting goods store, MVP.com.
This halftime report is brought to you by Monistat.
Welcome to the Monistat halftime report. Larry Beal along with Nancy Lieberman-Klein. And that's when we talk about the men's game and the #1 team in the country. That's like musical chairs. There's a lot of rotation there. But we've seen UConn on a roll here for 13 straight weeks on the ladies' side as the top-ranked team in the country. It really seems like there's an elite top 4 where you have UConn, you have La Tech, Tennessee, and Georgia. Then you have a whole bunch of hopefuls.
Well, you're absolutely right about that. Right there, those are pretty much the incumbent in women's basketball. And I think for that next level, we call them, for lack of a better word, the pretenders, you want to make sure that you're scheduling these teams because as players, you want some familiarity with them, comfortability, knowing that not only do you schedule the elite teams, but you can beat the elite teams. That's the only way you get to the next level. And I think that that's really important for the players to know and have faith that that's what they can do. And there are some really good teams. I think Greedy Portland's team at Penn State is playing good basketball. Coach Bill Finley has done a great job at Iowa State. You have incredible athletes on these teams right here. Notre Dame, they have won 14 straight games. These are teams that if they play their best basketball at the right time, LSU, NC State, I think that they not only can be a number 2 seed, but somebody could sneak in and maybe be a number 1 seed.
You're calling pretenders and contenders. I think you're going to have a lot of voicemail from some of these pretender coaches tomorrow saying, hey, what about us? But we saw Rutgers at the bottom of the page. The Big East used to be UConn, UConn, and UConn, and now the conference has really expanded its strength. Well,
I really think that the Big East has to just get a pat on the back. They've done a great job. You talk about what Notre Dame has done, Boston College, Miami, Vivian Stringer, she's taken Rutgers to a totally different level since they won a championship back in 1982. It is an elite conference right now, and they're gaining the respect that maybe they hadn't had because it was just UConn, UConn, UConn.
Well, let's talk about two of the teams you mentioned because they're playing tonight, Boston College and Miami going at it. And BC has been on a roll. In fact, 13 of their last 14 they have won. Their only loss was to Connecticut, but so far in the early going, it's Miami, the Hurricanes, with a 14-7 lead over 18th-ranked BC. And it's all UConn all the time tonight on ESPN. The Connecticut men, number 7 in the nation, visiting Villanova. That's at 9 Eastern time.
When you have an ailment, different doctors might recommend different treatments. But for women suffering with yeast infections, the #1 recommendation of doctors is specific: Monistat. Monistat starts working immediately to relieve the awful burning and itching, and it provides an effective cure. Sure, doctors have many brands of yeast infection medicine to choose from, but Monistat is their #1 choice. Monistat, the #1 doctor-recommended brand.
America Online new version 5.0. The easiest just got easier.
Plug it in and you're good to go. Even my grandpa can do it.
AOL's got it all.
You've got mail, you've got pictures.
Check your stocks.
There's always someone to call if you need help.
Everyone I know is on AOL.
Instant messages are the coolest. 80 people on my buddy list.
We've spent over $1 billion to create the largest high-speed network to make AOL faster and easier than ever.
If I knew it was this easy, I would have started a long time ago.
America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Call now and we'll sign you up right over the phone.
Discipline creates performance. As of the most recent calendar year end, the AIM Weingarten Fund outperformed the S&P 500 for a 30-year period, something only a handful of mutual funds can claim. The idea is discipline, the purpose is performance, the name is AIM.
Whoa, cool. Cool site?
Cool site?
Who's this cool? Who's this cool?
Cool what?
Cool What's it cool?
Quotesmith.com.
Quotesmith.com?
Quotesmith.com.
It's insurance.
Cool insurance?
Over 300 companies.
I'm hot for this.
Instant is good.
And the best quote is?
Graphics are totally lame. Yeah, but the quotes will blow you away.
Quotesmith.com. Have you ever said
cool
to insurance?
I have the goosebumps.
Welcome back to the Monistat halftime report. Connecticut leading Tennessee 34-28. Let's check out some men's action in the SEC. Florida leading South Carolina 18-17. A win will give Billy Donovan career mark number 100, and Georgia over Vandy 20-13. 10:07 to go in the first. In the Big Ten, Northwestern and Purdue, and it's all Purdue now. Northwestern came out there trying to snap a 10-game losing streak, but the Boilers have taken control on that one. Coming back with more on the halftime report.
We just got ours on the Motor Mile.
Way to go.
I just got my first new car at the Motor Mile. I got this one right here on the Motor Mile. We saved $1,000 by shopping. Come here.
What's the need, man?
Look out, Doug! Yo, what you doing? Hey!
You're mine.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball presented by America Online is brought to you by Nike. Continued at whatever.nike.com.
Welcome back to Gamble Pavilion, everyone. We're at the half. The Connecticut Huskies lead the Tennessee Lady Vols 34-28. At the half, Pat Summitt, a big concern with how the Connecticut Huskies are guarding Tamika Catchings.
Come up there on Indiana, they are denying catch every possession. So you got to know when you're in this spot with the basketball, Tamika, if you're out there, Gwen, and Catchings is coming to the ball, they're going to be denying them. Go ball screen. Go ball screen. And now, again, we're working back across the middle. The other thing is, Catch, you may need to step out in here to catch the ball, and now we can play back off the two-man. We were wide open at the beginning of the game on the block. We got to score when we get you in that situation, okay? And just get your mindset right now on going back out offensively and being an aggressive team. And then you've let your offense affect your transition defense. You really have. And we've worked on that. That's, to me, if you want to show a real sign of mental toughness, you miss a shot, you make a stop. You get back and you play with an attitude on defense. There's no time to hesitate right here. Look, you made a great run at the end of the game, or in the half. Great run. You can still be the best team the next 20 minutes.
A lot of good thoughts there, as you would imagine, from Pat Summitt. Great run there at the end. Catchings only 8 points, 3 coming at the buzzer with that three-pointer.
Well, I think she makes a great point. Early on, Tennessee was not getting Catchings of basketball. She had 5 shots. Tribute to her, she had 8 points and 8 boards in that half, Robin. But they've got to get her some touches. They've got to get her active. And if they get the ball in the block, make Connecticut pay.
Exactly what Pat talked about. And Tamika Catchings played all 20 minutes in the first half, so fatigue has to be a factor as we take a look at the Nike first half stats. And 3 points, 2 of 10, 1 coming at the buzzer, the other earlier in the first half, and not much better from the Connecticut Huskies. 3 of 10, and both with 8 turnovers. You saw the numbers inside the paint. It wasn't the best played first half. Tennessee came back. They were down by 14. They've cut it to 6. Is it very important here starting the second half to continue with that momentum that they took into the half?
Well, I think the best thing she said in that locker room was, we can still be the best team for the next 20 minutes. We've got an opportunity here. But she spoke to them needing to be aggressive and attacking. We haven't seen that poise and confidence that she wants so badly from this team to develop.
First few minutes, always so key. Almost a steal by Swin Cash. Michelle Snow has it taken from her, and boy, you talk about some physical play. The Huskies are not shy about knocking the Lady Vols to the ground.
Yeah, it's not the first time tonight that Catchings has hit the deck, but the persistence. Gino's got to be frustrated with his teams not coming away with the ball right there.
Well, that's a third foul on Paige Sowers, so within a minute of the second half, picking up her third foul.
Well, Sauer was very sick yesterday. Couldn't keep any food down. She's been battling a cold and a flu, and so she is not 100% either.
One way for Catchings to get her points from the line, now in double figures with 10 in the game. They were down by 14, now down by 4. Tennessee on an 8-0 run. Now she's showing a lot of patience again, trying to go inside. Good defense by the Lady Vols. Catchings pushing it. Tamika Randall with a follow.
A solid way to start the half. No spacing for Bird to make that pass. Gino knows it. And just like that, 2-point.
Nowhere for Swin Cash to go along the baseline. Has it knocked by Randall and Catchings. Remember, Tennessee has not led in this game. They have tied it on the basket by Michelle Snow.
Be interesting to see if he uses a timeout early. Gino is on Sally Bell. He wants the hand check call on Clement working against Bird.
Doesn't go for Sue Bird. The Huskies have not scored in the second half.
A huge mental boost here. They get the lead away from home.
They never led in the second half against Connecticut in the first meeting. And Randall has given them their first lead.
Simple pick and roll. The defense switches and created enough space for Randall to shoot it, and Gino's got to use one.
Oh, yeah. Has to burn a timeout here. Does not want it to get out of control on a 14-0 run. That's right. Tennessee down by 14. And now with its first lead in this game. A big boost for the Tennessee Lady Vols. We talked about their 3 losses, all to the top 3 teams, Connecticut, Louisiana Tech, and Georgia. Other than that win against the U.S. national team in the preseason, they have not had a big win this season. Rivalry Week presented by America Online continues with more Husky action. The number 7 Connecticut men taking on Villanova. Down year for Jim Calhoun's Huskies, such as the state of hoops in Connecticut, but 3 of those losses are in conference, and they need this game with the Big East leaders like undefeated Syracuse. My goodness.
Syracuse withstanding a test against St. John's, seen on ESPN. What a great one that was.
That's the way to start off the week. Syracuse, the only undefeated team in men's Division I. The Connecticut Husky women, the only undefeated team in women's hoop. But that is on the line here tonight. The big 3.
Well, they really feel like she has not stepped up big in the huge games, and she's had decent numbers, but they would like to see her really take over.
The lead going back to Connecticut. Could be one of those seesaw battles. Ketchings putting it on and draws the foul going to the basket. Swin Cash, that's going to be 3 on Cash. So Kelly Schumacher coming in for Cash.
They're going to set a screen that allows Tamika Catchings to get to the basketball. And once she gets it, this is what she can do to you. She puts so much pressure on your defense.
It was before she took the shot. The turnaround by Snow off and the foul on Schumacher.
Boy, have they done everything Pat Summitt told them to do at the half. She said, get Catching some touches. Boom, they did that. They said, get you the basketball on the post, Michelle Snow, and make something happen. Score when you get there. She is 6'5", tremendously mobile, stronger than she looks. And if you get her isolated one-on-one, she could score.
The second time this game, she has done that. Been strong enough to complete the play and draw the foul. 2-point margin now for Tennessee. On an 11-3 run this half, the Lady Vols. Shea Ralph left alone. Knocked it down again, this time for 2.
She's hurting them along the baseline in that zone. When they go that 3-man front, the baseline is where the numbers should be. She goes right down there, gets a pretty good look.
Ralph now with 11 in the game. Almost a steal by Sue Bird. Lawson off glass. Nice driving layup. Heads up play by the freshman.
This looks like a completely different Tennessee team coming out of the locker room. The confidence is grown.
Look at that. Shea Ralph gets Tamika Catchings up and then goes hard to the basket. That won't happen very often. This is the game we expected to see.
Now Connecticut goes zone.
Too hard by Lawson. And then Randall called for the foul on Tennessee, going hard for the rebound. Don't mind it so much when you're going hard to the glass like that. Shea Ralph, 13 points in the game. Heads up play Gina Auriemma told us she had to play well. And so far she has in this game, which is all knotted at 41. Come on back.
Watch NHL tonight on ESPN2.
Some people take them to boost their energy. Some to fight off colds. Others to help sharpen their memory. If you're like the millions of people who take herbal supplements for natural wellness, take the brand with a mountain of herbal expertise behind it. Ricola. Blended and tested to the highest standards, Ricola Herbal Health supplements are naturally effective. Ricola Herbal Health, a mountain of herbal expertise.
Whoa, cool. Cool site?
Cool site?
What's this cool? What's this cool?
Cool what?
What's it cool? Quotesmith.com.
Quotesmith.com?
Quotesmith.com.
It's insurance. Cool insurance?
Over 300 companies.
I'm hot for this.
Instant is good.
And the best quote is...
Graphics are totally lame. Yeah, but the quotes will blow you away.
Quotesmith.com. Have you ever said
cool
to insurance?
I have the goosebumps.
We interrupt this program for an important news brief. MCI now offers 5 cents a minute every day, so you can call every evening and all weekend long. Bugs?
This is big news.
Right, Bugs. Just 5 cents. Mere change.
Change is good.
To sign up, just punch in 1-800 every day.
If I punch. Ow. Man, what a ham.
Call 1-800 every day to join.
A good rivalry needs a big stage. 96, these teams meet in the Final Four, the semifinals. An epic game and revenge for the Lady Vols. They won that game in overtime, did Tennessee. Went on to win the national championship. Oh, yeah, this is a prime matchup. Tennessee and Connecticut making the trek from Knoxville. They're a little anxious. You know, that's very bold coming in the Gamble Pavilion wearing orange. They saw their team down by 14 in the first half. Now all tied at 41.
I've got to tribute to both these coaches and their competitive spirit to make this a home-and-home series in the regular season.
Thank you, Pat and Gina. Did not have to do that. 3 seconds is the call on Connecticut. See, both of these teams realize it's not just about them, but the growth that they could give to the game. To put on a stage like this, every time they have met, it's been nationally televised. It has meant something, and they have not disappointed.
The only other time in the history of women's basketball where there was a home-and-home series of this significance was Old Dominion in Tennessee in the 70s. And again, it was Pat Summitt willing to play those games.
Oh, that was so tough. And Brosimova, good hustle, but call for traveling. Just trying to track down the ball. Good call by the officials.
Well, Pat Summitt told her team at the time, now Connecticut's in the zone. They like to trap out of this, and she made her club aware of it at the break.
Still trying to flash a little bit. Oh, what a move by Carol Lawson. Even she's going back over. Did you see what I just did?
The strength of her, Lawson. The bench is 235. Not blazing quickness, but the strength to finish close.
Brosimova trying to go under Kyra Elzy. Tennessee's biggest lead in the game of 2. Chelsea was trying to get 3, but Tamika Williams doing a good job defending her. Oh, Lawson's starting to feel it a little bit. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by Shea Ralph. Going right to Snow, and she is hammered by Schumacher.
And all of a sudden, it's Connecticut having the breakdowns. Pretty solid defensive effort with Shea Ralph, not allowing Lawson to go around, but giving up offensive rebounds. Catching keeps it alive, and Snow on the weak side comes up with it.
Kate Sauer on the bench with 3 fouls. Set to come back in. Spin Cash also on the bench for Gina Auriemma.
See, Tiffany alluded to this earlier and the frustrations that Gino expressed at practice today and how uptight he was. And maybe we get an indication of why. His club not coming out very sharp here through the first 6 minutes.
And it is tough. They are 8-0 against ranked teams so far this season. 8-0. Beating them by almost 22 points a game. It's hard to get up every time, but Snow, good job by Ace Clement to get the offensive board. They don't need much to get up for this game. The turnaround by Michelle Snow. High-stepping as she comes back down the floor.
Now it gives them a +5 margin. And why? Because offensive rebounding becoming a factor. Those second chance points coming into play.
Sound a little bit like Pat Summitt there, Doris. Tennessee's biggest lead. What a turnaround by these Lady Vols. Good pass inside to Williams from Sue Bird. My goodness. Good first step there by Catchings. Paige Sauer knocks it out of bounds. Brosimova as well. Good step there by Catchings to go hard to the basket. She's looking for her shot and creating some opportunities for herself.
Hey, you've got to get her some touches. And Gino was concerned about that. He wanted to limit her as much as possible.
She only had 8 points in their first game this year. Very rare that she does not hit the double figures. Oh! Tamika Catchings! The big three for the Lady Vols.
Now, we haven't seen her do that all year.
We have not. Could be a breakout game. You see the run over the last 8.5 minutes. Catchings a block on Sauer. Tamika Williams comes away with it and puts it back for the Connecticut Huskies.
The persistence by both teams paying dividends, Robin. But Tamika Catchings taking over.
And Shea Ralph is going to be called for the foul.
Now, Tamika Catchings has taken over, but make no mistake, she is fatigued. She's played a lot of minutes. She's done a lot of things, but the depth that Pat Summitt spoke to during the year, you don't have somebody who can back her up and do as many things as she can do.
She has played every minute of this ball game. 8 points in the first meeting, 13 so far tonight. Double to the amount of rebounds as well. But you can see that earlier she's grabbing her shorts. Fatigue could become a factor, but 13 points so far for Tamika Catchings and counting. Different look by the Lady Vols.
Special. She is special.
We have not seen her play like this in quite some time. Tamika Catchings, 15 now in the game for catch. Sue Bird, in and out. Tennessee called for the foul, going for the rebound.
Did they catch Catchings on that foul? Because interesting that she's starting to get physical back.
So much she'll take of the pushing around before she's going to start pushing back. All in good spirits.
Tennessee fouls on for 24.
Tamika Randall has been very quiet. She checks back in.
And good coaching here. I mean, how about this? You're on the 12-minute mark. You know Catchings is going to get a timeout. So you take her out here, give her a couple extra minutes below.
It's the first time she has gone to the sidelines in this game. I'm sure she could use the rest. Sue Bird. Big basket by Bird. They want to take advantage with Catchings on the bench. The Huskies back to within 4. Almost a steal by Johnson. Lawson for 3.
Just enough by Ace Clement to address the bucket, make the defense respect her, and then you get the wide open shot at the top. Smart.
9 points for Lawson. Going inside to Brosimova. Oh, good job of getting LB up. Smart play by Sven.
With Sven, who hit all the big shots in the first game. Every time Tennessee made a run, Brosimova had the answer.
Randall does not get the bounce. It's going to be Connecticut's ball, down by 5 here in the second half of this primetime matchup.
Next up, Mark McGuire.
What's the need, man?
Yo, what's he doing?
Hey! You're mine.
When you have an important audience hanging on every word, you can't let a sore throat get in the way. Introducing Tylenol Sore Throat Liquid. It coats your throat and soothes up to 4 hours. New Tylenol Sore Throat Liquid.
Hey, did you see my game-winning catch? Triple overtime. But with 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls, it's a low rate. No matter when I need a ride home. Whoa! Whoa! 800-CALLATT.
A low rate every minute, everywhere. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT.
I do kitchens, I do bathrooms, I do family rooms. I do not do insurance. I want to be treated like I feel I treat my...
Welcome back, everyone, to Gamble Pavilion, Rivalry Week, presented by America Online, and this is the pre-meal rivalry in women's basketball. Doris Burke and Robert Roberts back with you, and I tell you what, the Lady Balls were listening to Pat Summitt at the half.
Well, when she speaks, you better listen. And she made outstanding points, and she wanted to get Catchings of basketball. She's been rewarded with 15 points and 11 boards by Catchings. Connecticut unable to handle her defensively. They've done a better job rebounding the basketball. I tell you, there's a reason why she's the best coach in the country, or one of.
Yeah, you win 711 games, you kind of know what you're doing. Catchings 15 points, 4 of 10, 2 blocks, a steal, 11 boards, a double-double for the junior, 2-time All-America. But the Huskies, folks, they are not going to go away by any stretch of the imagination. Asia Jones, the putback. Look at the Huskies crashing the board. Brosimova! It's called off! It's called off! She's called for traveling.
And gets Catchings in the game. Pat gave her another minute on the sidelines. Knows she's got to be tired for all the effort.
Only missed actually about 2 minutes of game time.
White jerseys are there. Asia gets the first opportunity, but then it's the tie-up with Cash and Sveta that causes the travel.
Seconds on the shot clock. Randall, too hard. Johnson, the rebound for the Huskies. Still plenty of time, no reason to panic. It's taken away by Clement. Turns it on. What a move by Kristen Ace Clement.
Well, she might be playing the 2 tonight, Robin, but she still understands what to do with the basketball in her hands.
And she showed it right there. Tennessee's biggest lead.
Well, little over-penetration by Johnson. No spacing to make that pass. And down the other end, defense never stopped, never committed. So she makes the right decision and makes Sveta commit the foul.
Sending Ace to the line. Old-fashioned three-point play. We're here in Gamble Pavilion. Rivalry Week presented by America Online. Top-ranked Tennessee, top-ranked Connecticut, I should say. Number 4, Tennessee. The Huskies undefeated on the year, and they're being challenged right now. Big three by Sue Bird.
They're attacking that defense along the baseline, and at one of the timeouts, Pat Summitt told her club that. She said the post player in that 3-2 has got to step out and defend the baseline. They're not doing it yet.
Shalon Pillow along the baseline. That's a bonus. When you get points off the bench like that.
It's not a bonus to Connecticut. They're saying, where did that come from?
DJ Johnson off the miss. Swing pass. Offensive board and putback. She is so underrated. Does not get nearly the attention that she should. Swing pass.
Only 6'2". Tino says not large enough to do what we ask her to do, but she finds a way.
Yes, she does. And Asia Jones will be called for the foul on Catchings. It's been amazing, the turnaround in scoring. Tennessee down by 14 in the first half. And they're just simply on fire, especially Catchings in the second half.
If you're Pat Summitt, I think the one thing, no matter how this game turns out, the mental toughness of her team to play a poor half of basketball, get down, and yet come back.
And now it's Connecticut's turn to see what they have. They have not been in this position in a long time to be down like this in the second half. Only 7 points, though.
Yeah. Can they answer the standing 8? Yes.
That's right. Plenty of time left for the Connecticut Huskies to remain undefeated.
Double foul. Dennis DeMayo's going to call. It's going to be Swin Cash and Asia Jones on the block going after each other. I mean, Swin Cash and Tamika Catchings. You know, we've talked about it all game, how physical it is. And Cash and Catchings tangling. That is a basketball version of the tango right there.
Both smiling the entire time. That's the 4th foul, though, on Cash. Very costly. Catchings has 2 fouls. So look at Michelle Snow. And tying it up, Catchings and Asia Jones, Tamika Williams.
Well, you questioned Tennessee's toughness in the first game. How about the hustle by Snow? Because she is what causes this tie-up. Her pressure on the basketball. It's a loose ball, and who else but Catchings?
She spends a lot of time on the floor. But the arrow possession in favor of Connecticut, so they will retain possession. Tiffany, you're down close by the benches. What are you sensing here in the second half?
Well, Robin, you know, this UConn team coming in was just so confident. But right now, there is definitely a mood swing on the bench. They're talking more. They're trying to encourage each other. It was almost like there's a sense of urgency. You know, they can't believe that Tennessee has stepped up, you know, this half. And the important thing for them to do right now is not to play scared and play not to lose. They have to be poised and focused here in the second half.
All right, Tiff, thanks. The delay was the resetting of the shot clock. Approach the 8-minute mark. Inside to Williams, being guarded by Snow. Backs it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now all of a sudden, it's Connecticut not looking in sync with its offense. Foul called on Tennessee. That's Catchings. That's 3 fouls now on Catchings with the Lady Vols in the lead.
50 years ago, Fox Motor Company began selling quality.
A 7-point lead for the Tennessee Lady Vols. Tamika Catchings had only 8 points in the first meeting. A different story tonight. Isn't that right, Tiff?
One dribble, and she knocks it down, and then she can also do it long range, stepping back with the 3. You know, there aren't too many players in the country who can drive like she can. She has so much strength inside, and she sure knows how to finish. Robin?
17 points now for Tamika Catchings, only 8 in the first meeting. She's 7 of 9 from the line, 2 of 4 from 3-point range. And she has been the difference maker. Sue Bird was a difference maker in the first meeting. Now it's Tamika Catchings' turn to catch fire. And Catchings with another rebound off the Sue Bird miss.
Well, you see, it took Catchings a few games to get used to drawing the opponent's best defender. That was usually reserved by a Shamika Holtzclaw. But getting used to it.
Oh, yeah, Shamika Holtzclaw. That's right. There was something missing with this lady ball team.
A vague recollection of her.
Randall elevating. Ace Clement, offensive board. Doesn't have anything. Kicks it back out. Almost a steal by Johnson. Boy, Tamika Randall. 9-point lead. Tennessee's biggest in this game. Down by 14 in the first half. Now a 9-point lead.
Well, we talked at the top of this telecast about the toughness Connecticut displayed in the first game. Well, it is time to step up right here.
Inside to Williams. Another great pass by Stu Bird. Both these teams not making it to the Final Four a year ago, and both very much want to be in Philadelphia this year. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Lawson is going to be called for the offensive foul. Got up in the air. Good position. And call for the offensive foul.
Well, you needed to stop defensively. Shot clock was at 4. A tough call. But Bird on the opposite end, outstanding post pass, giving her assist number 8. Had to go through 3 orange jerseys. How about the use of that left hand?
And you can see Bird with 10 points, Lawson with 9, 8 assists. For Sue Bird, she had 10 in the first meeting. Williams gets loose, goes to the other side. So okay, there's no video on the side. I'll go to the other side before.
It was slowed by the foot injury. And all of a sudden, last 2 games, Williams has been outstanding.
And you can see Sue Bird telling this crowd, this sold-out crowd at Gamble Pavilion, to get into it. What? A steal by Abrosimova, stolen back by Snow. But not much time left on the shot clock. 5 seconds. Oh, what boys by the Tennessee Lady Balls to get the ball back, have the presence of mind to look at the shot clock and get a shot off. Abrosimova well off the mark. Good position by Shea Ralph. Going back inside to Williams. Tamika Williams starting to heat up for the Huskies.
And don't underestimate that part of that might be fatigue at Catchings. She's got to defend Williams down there, who's got fresh legs.
Tamika Williams now with 16 in this game. Catchings backing up. Look at the position by Michelle Snow. Too hard, though, by Snow. But still a key offensive board by the Lady Vols. And a fresh 30 on the clock to boot.
Both teams
When you have an ailment, different doctors might recommend different treatments. But for women suffering with yeast infections, the #1 recommendation of doctors is specific: Monistat. Monistat starts working immediately to relieve the awful burning and itching, and it provides an effective cure. Sure, doctors have many brands of yeast infection medicine to choose from, but Monistat is their #1 choice. Monistat, the #1 doctor-recommended brand.
Picture this: a life without worry, where problems are quickly solved. Picture a future that's financially secure for you and the ones you love. Picture Nationwide, with auto, home, and life insurance products to protect what you hold dear, and retirement planning to help you prepare for your future. If you can picture it, Nationwide can too. Nationwide, insurance, financial services on your side.
An equal housing opportunity insurer.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball presented by America Online is brought to you by Nationwide, insurance, financial services on your side.
Campbell Pavilion rocking now thanks to Shea Ralph.
In transition, Abrosimova finds her. And you get her a wide open look. She's your best shooter from long range. And then the distribution. Ralph, more than just a scorer, the inside pass to Williams. The two best shooters get him the ball.
And both have 16 points, 10,000 plus here in Storrs, Connecticut. And they're seeing a dandy of a game. Less than 4 minutes to go. Connecticut back to within 2. And their bench scoring has been the difference. 18 points off the bench for Connecticut, just 7 off the bench for the Lady Vols.
And Pat comes out of that zone and plays man-to-man and sends a message to her club. We can check them.
And Pillow cannot check. And is called for the foul. The basket and the foul to Mika Williams. So that will send Williams to the line. 18 points and counting.
You've got 3 people who can address this spot for you. And Tamika Williams, fresh as a daisy, 15 feet, uses the bounce to create an angle. Despite the body, able to finish close.
And Connecticut has recaptured the lead. And you can see Tamika gingerly going back. So her foot, well, she's been having problems, and she's going to head to the bench with 19 points.
This
should go through Catchings. You see the run of the last 3 minutes. Connecticut answering the call.
April McDivitt in running the offense now for the Lady Vols. Tamika Randall double teamed. Catchings along the baseline. The basket.
Oh. Outstanding no call by Angela Lewis. The defense was there. There was a little contact, but outstanding no call.
19 points now by Catchings. Tennessee back on top by 1. 3 minutes left to go. Sue Bird, like she did in the first meeting. Key 3-pointers for Sue Bird, now with 13 in the game. Randall too far underneath the basket. Good rebound by Gwen Jackson.
Good decision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thought about it. And a freshman. And then thought about what Pat would say. And then kicked it back out.
That's a shot you shoot in the first half when you're opposite the coach.
Double teaming again. And a timeout because Randall was sealed off. And so Tennessee takes the timeout. Down by 2. And this is exactly what you would imagine between these two. And Sue Bird, another key 3-pointer. It's amazing the young players that you have on this floor playing with such poise.
This is the baseline penetration. The offense has got to go through Catchings right now. Baseline penetration, too hard to guard. But you're right, Robin. Sue Bird, in the post-game press conference after the January 8th matchup, Gino was asked about Bird, and he tapped his heart. And he says, Sue Bird has it in here.
She has only played and started in 27 college games because of her injury in the freshman year.
Tamika Williams, second half, has been outstanding. The offensive rebound by Swin Cash there, and then back to Williams. That three-headed monster in the post. Fresh legs by Williams allows her to get some things done.
Williams 8 of 9. The miss by Lawson does not hit anything, so the shot clock does not reset. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And then a foul is called, so they bail out Tamika Randall because she had nowhere to go with time running out the shot clock. Abrosimova called for the foul.
Well, this is twice now. Remember, she had to call the timeout. She's in huge trouble here. And Sally Bell is right there. Yeah. Wow, that's a tough.
Sending Randall to the line, a 77% free throw shooter. In the first meeting, Connecticut made 9 of 10 in the last 2 minutes. The free throw shooting can be so crucial in a game like this.
They've actually hit 25, 27 in the last minute in the 5 close games they've had.
Amazing. Look at the offensive board by Tamika Catchings off the Randall miss. Every possession so key now for both teams. Again, the trapping defense by the Huskies. Not there for Catchings. Trying to make something happen that just wasn't there. Michelle Snow, big time defense by Snow.
A smart play. She stepped off. She saw the entry pass coming, Robin, so she stepped off and got in the passing lane. And Gino's club making some critical errors.
How big is this possession right here for the Tennessee Lady Vols? Randall calling for it, bumping off of Abrosimova. She wanted the foul. Good heads-up play by Abrosimova.
You know what's happening is Connecticut's double teaming. So if Tennessee's patient reverses the ball, they should get better shots.
Somebody's open. Under a minute to go. Another big possession. Offensive foul called on Tamika Williams.
And how about Randall stepping in? The recognition. Wow. See, they get Williams isolated on the block against Snow. Snow went for the strip, and who recognized Tamika Randall dropped down from the middle of the paint. That's smart team defense. Little pick and roll. It doesn't work. The defense is in perfect position. You get the isolation. Everybody clears. But watch the rotation right there.
And she knew it. She is the emotional leader, no doubt about it, of this team. All right, Eugenia Oriema, you're up by 1. 46 seconds left to go. 3 timeouts left for Tennessee, just 2 for Connecticut. This is a key moment in this ball game.
I think Pat Summitt has got to address the trap that Connecticut's thrown. I mean, they pick a prime time to do it, Robin. It's down the stretch. What do you want more than anything in the game right now? Disrupt your opponent. So they throw that trap. But if they're patient and they reverse the basketball and get the weak side, something Pat Summitt said they didn't do the first week, Robin, they're going to get good shots.
Coming up, Rivalry Week presented by America Online continues. The Husky men taking on Villanova. This is going to be a hard act to follow. Tennessee down by 1.
That's going to call a timeout because she saw the zone. And so she's going to make her adjustments off that zone.
Did a good job saving her timeout at 3. Now 2 remaining for each one. Again, Connecticut has not lost this year. They are 19-0 matches in Women's Division I. Texas leading the way. Connecticut Huskies going 35-0. Tennessee led by Shamika Holtzclaw going 39-0. And again, this is so crucial. But both sides have said, you know, the world doesn't end in the outcome of this game. Both these programs do a great job of pointing toward March. They want to do whatever is necessary to get them ready for the tournament.
I think Gino earlier in the year had a great comment, Robin. He said, we don't schedule games. We schedule learning experiences. And I think both programs, similar situation. It is all about March.
Remember 3 years ago, Tennessee won the championship with 10 regular season losses. And 3 losses this season.
Muffet McGraw at Notre Dame has made similar comments. Andy Landers, similar mentality.
Wow, fight from Mika Randall. Just plenty of time for the Connecticut Huskies. Quickly.
And Pat Summit jumped up and saw something. And made Dennis DeMeo stop play, I think.
She did jump up and point something out. She may have quickly called.
Tough shot. But a quick hit in case, Robin, you didn't score there. You needed to get it back.
Absolutely. 15 points now for Randall. Now it's Connecticut's turn, down by 1.
And are you going to use one? Yes, indeed.
They had 2 timeouts, now 1 remaining for Tennessee. 13.6 seconds left to go. This is like a heavyweight bout. Each one taking their best shot and coming back. Coming up next here on ESPN, the Connecticut men taking on Villanova. Connecticut number 7 in the country.
Sue Bird, the difference maker, according to Pat Summit, the first game. How about the ability to pull up on a dime against Ace Clement? They felt like they could attack Ace Clement off the dribble. They do so late, and they pay dividends.
15 points now for Sue Bird. Well, I tell you what, these folks got their money's worth.
Yes.
Sold out crowd here at Gamble Pavilion. This is the 10th meeting between these two. Only 3 games were not sellouts. Played before 24,000 January 8th in Knox Vegas.
Now remember, they made the Randall take a quick shot because they wanted another chance if she missed it. Will they do the same here?
Randall hits again. 4 seconds left.
Plenty of time, and you don't, yeah, exactly. You want to use this here.
Oh my goodness. This is quality basketball. Each possession, taking your time, getting the shot you want, and knocking it down. Good pressure ball by both clubs.
Well, this is a very tough shot. The little inside-out dribble. 2 players come over. Sue Bird has got a hand on the ball. And she's still able to score.
Randall is not going to be denied, and her teammates are letting her know it. 17 points for Randall. And just, like, I love to see the difference in the reaction of the 2 benches at a key moment like that. That's what it's all about, folks. 4.4 seconds left to go here in Gamble Pavilion.
This is when you want that rule that the professional leagues had, that when you call timeout and you haven't advanced the ball, you get it at half court. Because now you got a full 94 to go with 4.4 on the clock.
Oh, yeah. Buckle up. And now Pat Summit calls a timeout.
So remember, you get 5 30-second timeouts during these games. And what she's doing is she's making sure there's no margin for error, Robin, and you get an extra one to go to OT, so you're okay.
That is the difference. Again, Rivalry Week presented by America Online continues next with the Connecticut men taking on Villanova. Right now, the Connecticut women's team in danger of losing its first game of the season. They're 19-0. They've been number 1 since the preseason. Tennessee and Connecticut Connecticut, we can't say enough what this moment means for them to agree to play a home-and-home series like this, knowing that they're going to battle like this every time.
Well, you've got fiercely competitive coaches, Robin, who always have the best talent in the country, and that they would schedule 2 during the regular season says a lot about them.
Going to pay dividends in the end. No foul is called. No foul is called. The Tennessee Lady Vols have handed Gino Arella's team its first loss of the season. Quality basketball down the stretch by both. The Huskies thought that Tamika Williams possibly was fouled, but no call.
Well, I think that some people around the country maybe question Tennessee. The 27-point hurting put on them by Georgia. The loss to Connecticut, but the final opportunity was given to Connecticut. Snow challenges, a little bit of contact, no call, and their last gasp, not enough.
It's exactly what what Connecticut wanted. To play like that, a high percentage shot, but it goes Pat Summitt's way. And you don't normally get a call like that on the road.
A tribute to her club, the toughness it took to step in. Now you get a little of your own back. You lost at home in Knoxville with 24,000 plus watching.
Carol Lawson, the freshman, with 9 points in the game. But Connecticut, first loss of the year, losing to Tennessee 72-71. Larry, Nance, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Wow, what a game. Hopefully the UConn men will provide some thrills as they take on Villanova. Khalid El-Amin getting set to lead the male Huskies against the Villanova Wildcats. Well, what a finish. I mean, you can't ask.
Ricardo Briere picks up junk around the basket. Also a good jump shooter off for screen. He is the leader offensively, of course, for Pittsburgh.
31-27 is the score. We'll sort out the stats from the opening half when we come back to the MCI Center. Stay with us.